Yeah, brother, go ahead.
Okay, a shalom. All praise to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shah, by Hashem, Akak Wadash, and double honor to the apostle and elders of Great Millstone. Once again, through the grace and the spirit of Yahweh, Yahweh Shah, we doing another after camp transit, in our destination, going to our prospective places where we live. So, without further ado, we're going to get into these scriptures, man. Now, the first scripture we have is Romans chapter 13, verse 1. This is, let every soul be subject unto the higher power. And who's the higher powers, man? First and foremost, Yahweh Shai is the higher power, but then it's going into Esau and his kingdom, man. Because Esau, the so-called white man, is in rulership, and right now he's in authority, so he's the higher power on earth, man. Because the Most High gave Esau the authority and the rulership to be the higher powers, man. So we got to be subject unto his laws, his legislation, everything he put forth, man. Because Esau is in his rulership, man. He's in his power seat. So it says, let every soul be subject unto the higher power.
Which back then was the Roman Empire.
Come.
And the modern day Roman Empire is set up right now in the form of America. So the Apostle Paul is telling you to be subject unto the Romans. So we're telling you the same thing. Be subject unto the police, the law enforcement, whatever. Because we're on the rule to them. And don't buck up and fight against Esau, because as we mentioned off camera, that's only going to get you in two types of casket. An iron casket and a wooden casket, man. You try to come up against a so-called white man. Either he's going to put you in prison, or he's going to put you in the fucking earth, man. Because the scriptures tell you, strive not with them that have the, in the book of Sirach, strive with not them that have the power over your life. And these cops could gun you down. We should get that in Zechariah 11 too after.
So this is back in Romans chapter 13, verse 1. Let every soul be subject unto the higher power, for there is no power but of Yahweh. The powers that be are they of Yahweh.
So the so-called white man was set up by the Most High to do what he got to do, man. All right? So for you to be protesting against the white man, really, you protesting against the Most High, man. The Most High, this is his kingdom. What do you want to do? What's the point of going out there? What are you trying to, what kind of changes are you trying to get done? The only thing you should be doing is going out there and teaching the word, all right?
You see, what happens is, all you got to do is go back into history and the civil rights movement, which was in the 60s. See, this all they do is, in America, all they do is protest, man. Grab signs, and we should overcome with that Martin Luther King spirit, man. And now you got certain Israelite groups, such as IUIC, which the head of that camp is Nate, and then you got what is it?
IGJC, some shit like that.
I call it the Comfies camp, man. The
Comfy.
Comfites, man.
Yep.
Now you got Comfy that has been, indicted for fraud and for embezzlement and for whatever else he did, man, and tax evasion. You got his crew out there protesting in front of the White House or wherever the hell they went, man, to protest, man. Where's that in the scriptures, man? So you gotta look at groups like that, man. Nate in Nashville, Tennessee, protesting against violence, where the Most High is gonna bring other violence. And then you got Comfy, the Comfites, protesting wherever they protesting. All set up by Esau. Mind you, both of these camps, I don't know if Comfy got a 501c3 charter, but I know for sure.
He does.
Well, both of them got 501c3 charters, man. Comfy and Nate, man. That's what that's telling you. You would never see GMS, Great Millstone, out there protesting, man. Why? Because GMS are the true men of the Lord. And I'm going to say that with boldness. GMS are the true men of the Lord. They are not going to transgress the laws and the word of the Most High, man. They ain't going to take no purse. And that's how it is, man. Talking about the apostles on down to the elders and the men of Great Millstone.
And the elites know that. They know who they could tap on the shoulder. Listen here, do this little protest so we could. That's just to rise the people up, man, and put them all into the slaughter. Now you all in that bag of terrorism, man. They could see, okay, this could be a terrorist group, this, that, and third. Well, when they put our videos up, yeah, we curse the white man, I'll call him a devil, but we ain't gonna go out there and try to, Mazel Tov cocktails and type shit like that and try to overthrow him. Oh, hell no. That's Yahweh Shai's job. Ain't no, we can't do nothing to the so-called white man physically to overthrow him, man. All right, Yahushua's gonna have to come back and do that, man. All right, we'll tell you he's a goddamn devil, and this place got to go down because that's in the scriptures, and that's what we ought to do. Jeremiah 28:8. But you know, but speaking of Jeremiah, we're in that spirit of Jeremiah, man. We trying to tell you, listen, man. When you see the so-called white man, he pull you over. You know, hey, just be cool with him. Don't tell him he's an Edomite, he's going into slavery, or like that stupid dude that got simple on camera was getting tossed out the car and Yahweh Shimmy was shot.
Like that was going to help him, man.
That's not wisdom.
You wasn't doing him. Say you first and foremost, you was going against the orders of the Most High, and then you gonna call his name out in vain, man. Come on, man.
For real.
Basically, that you was doing, man. Because, hey, man, you was in the wrong, man. You was to comply, man. And say agree with that adversary while you were saying why you in his way, man. Agree with your adversary, man. Mm-hmm. If Esau pull you over, man, comply. You ain't, oh, motherfucker, fuck, you going into slavery, you were Edomite, fuck all that shit, man. Comply, man.
Facts.
You know?
You get that Zechariah 11?
Yeah, come.
Zechariah 11 and 5, because I didn't see that particular protesting video of them protesting, so I don't know what the hell it was about. But more than likely,
14 and 5?
11 and 5. More than likely, you know, they, like most people protesting, it's because, you know, these cops are gunning our people down unjustly. You know, you got the security guard, he got killed out there. Pretty much the cops pulled up at the club and shot him down, you know what I'm saying? And these cops are just killing you niggas left and right with your hands up, but this is also a fulfillment of prophecy. Go ahead.
It says, this is Zechariah chapter 11, verse 5. Whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty.
Now, who possesses slay them? Who possesses? Who possesses the so-called white race, man? All right, they're possessing the children of Israel, and you might, white man don't own me. Well, nigga, try to leave the country. Try to leave the country without a passport, and you're gonna realize how fucking quickly the white man owns your ass, man. All right, try to do anything without a social security and ID. All right, see how long you gonna evade the government, man. See where that's gonna get you. So yes, we are in captivity pursuant to the book of Deuteronomy 28th chapter, man.
Hey man, you know what? And guess what? I was taking my little sister to the DMV so she could get a learner's permit. Mm-hmm. Now they saying by 2020, they telling her that she have to not only she got to have 6 points. Again, she got a New York State ID, but she need more 6 points because what they doing is they come up with this real ID. So it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna become mandatory to have a real ID by 2020. So what they doing is they making it mandatory now for people to get the real ID. You know, they making it not optional. You gotta get the real ID. So now she need more papers. So what she need to do, because she lost she was carrying her in her purse. She was carrying her social security card in her purse, and now she lost it. Now what she do? She bought it again. My mom's bought it for her again. She waiting for it coming in the mail. Then I'm gonna take it down there again, and she get her license. But that's true, bro. You know, you can't do nothing. And now it requires you to have a real ID. That real ID is in effect by 2020, and after that real ID have an RFID microchip in it. And in the
real ID?
Yeah, in the real ID is an RFID microchip in it.
Just like the passports.
Yeah, so now, guess what? After that, RFID microchips will be in your hand. Because that real ID, it says everybody is required to have the real ID by 2020, you know? And I still got the paper, because I took a paper, I was going to do a show on that, but hey, the spirit they having me do a show, but I was going to do a show on the real ID and how they going to make it mandatory. And they pushing it now. In 2018, going to 2019, they pushing it, telling you that avoid the mad rush, because in 2020, all citizens of America is going to be required to have that. And with the real ID, is a enhanced one and a regular one. Now the regular one is, if you don't have the real ID, you can't board a plane to go from New York City to Florida without having a real ID. And that's what they're saying, man. And for the enhanced one is to go out the country along with your passport. So if you don't have a real ID and you can't enter any government building without the real ID, even if you got a New York City ID, they're not accepting that no more. You got to have a real ID. So things is getting real, man. Obeying the ordinances of Esau, man. Obeying the powers that be. It goes back to that. If you don't have that, if you don't get that card, man, then you can't cash your check. You can't do shit. You can't be getting on a fucking flight to go from here to Florida, New York City to Florida. So hence, you got to obey the powers that be. You know? So that's
we'll get since you mentioned that, you gotta get the Revelations. That was at 13:16. Right. That's the only time. That's when this prophecy takes place. Revelations 13 that the elders about to bring out. That's when you're gonna have to disobey the powers that be. All right, because we're not telling you, okay, they told me subject to the power, so take this chip. You out your motherfucking mind.
Out of your goddamn mind.
When that chip gets implemented full force, we're talking about no option, just like how this real ID shit is no option. That's when you're gonna have to disobey the powers that be, man. All right, and pray to the Most High. Because if you get that thing, then you're gonna be slated for destruction. What was that? Revelations 14:9.
Okay. And they making it harder now because she got a regular ID. So back in the days when I got my license, you had a regular ID. All you do is take your ID, exchange it, put it on the, and take the permit, the test for the permit. You pass, you get your permit, and then you take the test to get your ID, your license. But now they want you to go do this fucking bullshit, man. Do hula hoops and all that shit, man. Yeah. Because man, they tighten it down, man. You gotta obey the powers that be. This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. And he causes all, both small and great.
He causes all, both small and great. So from the smallest of the society to the greatest of society, go ahead.
Rich and poor.
Rich and poor. That right, man. Rich and poor, man. That's going into monetary, man.
It is.
All right. So you people out there that's talking about this thing's an embargo or Christianity or, man, this is monetary. Rich and poor. Go ahead.
It says free and bond to receive a mark in their right hand.
So people in the prison system is gonna have it, man. And you see that they pushing that. They pushing the chip on athletes. They pushing the chip on people in the military, and they pushing the chip on prisoners. Oh, see, the chip is them. You can't never escape now.
That's right. And for those who don't know what that mark means, it's charagma. It says a stamp and a printed mark of the mark stamp on the forehead or the right hand as the badge of the followers. It says of the Antichrist, but the Antichrist is the system, man.
Yeah.
Any
Karag
man
go back to Karax, which means stake.
Which means exactly. Now the Antichrist is going into anybody that's this whole system is Antichrist, man.
Anti-Mashiach, that's right.
Anti-Mashiach, because Christ means anointed, man. So it's anti-Mashiach. So they got that. Well, that's off from that point. But as far as it says, the mark branded upon horses, being carved, sculptured, graven work, But it's talking about, if you go back to the ancient world where you became a slave to, wherever you as an Israelite, you want to become a servant to that man for the rest of your life. He was giving you and prick into your ear or something.
A hole into your ear.
Or into your ear, you know what I'm saying? Meaning that you are his servant for life, man. But you're going to be taken care of. But Esau is trying to make you a perpetual slave in wickedness, man. With that mark. So it says, to receive the mark in your right hand on your forehead or on their foreheads. And that no man, verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark.
Monetary. Buy or sell. All right? So that chip is going to have all your information on it. It's all going to be a monetary thing too, man. And it's going to be fucking hard to survive without that shit because that's how transactions are going to be done. And they show you that in movies like Parallels. All these different futuristic movies, they deal with credits. It's in the goal of the elites to have a one world bank. And that one world bank consists of a one world currency.
That's right.
And that one world currency ain't going to be no fucking paper, man. It's going to be a digital currency. That way, if I'm in United States or in China or in England, I don't have to convert no currency. I'm just going to have a one world digital currency. That's the goal of the elites, man.
And that's what they want, man.
And they're going to push it as what? Convenience. See, this is convenient. You don't got to trade no money no more. You don't got to do this and that no more. You just have credits and it's all on your hand.
And that's coming real soon because what they're doing, the elites is pushing for the end of the petrodollar and this fiat currency that's being pushed throughout the four corners of the earth. And what they're doing is they slowly but surely making digital currency the thing of the future and making paper currency obsolete, man. Because you look what's going on, man. And most of like Amazon,
Yep. They got that Amazon shop. That's
The Amazon shop, but you gotta no currency. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So everything is being pushed and leading to that RFID microchip, man. So those who don't believe it, when that time come, you know, then they're gonna see what there is. They ain't denial, man. It's called a state of being in denial, man. But when it comes, they're gonna realize that, oh, you know what? They know, they know now that GMS is teaching the truth, but they don't want to understand. They don't want to acknowledge that now. But in due time, they will, because it's right here, plainly and straight into the point, man.
See, you mentioned the petrodollar too. You see, gas went down a little bit. Look, man, that whole petrodollar system is controlled by the United States, man.
That's right.
They just tapped Saudi Arabia, which owns 25% of OPEC, on the shoulder, produce more oil. And why do they do that? To cripple Russia, Iran,
And
Venezuela. Yeah. So these countries are getting pissed off. So they're gonna, you know what they're about to say? They're gonna say, look, fuck trading oils and dollars, man. We're gonna use whatever we want to use, man. So this dollar's gonna collapse very soon, as the other was saying.
And then you have the Chinese government. They getting up for war, man. Wow, man. Who they getting for war against? The American government, because they know that because they feel that they are the next superpower that's going to reign supreme on this earth, man. Not knowing that the next superpower is going to be the sons of Israel, man, with Yahweh Shah being the head, man. They don't know that though, but in their mind, in their earthly, you know, mind, and them Moabites twisted ass, degenerate, incestual mind, they're gonna be the next leaders to take control of the earth. You know what I'm saying? But no, it's not the same. That's not the case, man. You know. But hey, lead it to them. I'm saying, if you, how can I say it? If you leave it to these Moabites, which are the so-called Chinese, they the next rulers in line, man. You know. So we gonna get back to it. This is
the scriptures don't even consider them a mountain. The scriptures consider them a high hill. So why leap ye high hills, man?
Because
you know
now.
You ain't coming into power, you fucking bastard.
You fucking slanty-eyed Moabite fucks. Slanty-eyed motherfuckers. Let me shut up. I'm saying this is I got that from Donnie Brasco when they was beating the Chinese up in the bathroom. You remember that? And they was beating the Chinese up in the bathroom because they didn't want to take their boots off. Slanty-eyed motherfucker. He's beating the nigga down, man. Anyway, it says.
This ain't ruling shit.
It says, and that no man.
You're gonna rule the slave quarters.
That's right.
As a damn peasant.
That's right.
Wash pot.
A pot washer. You're gonna be ruling the so you're gonna be washing pots.
That's what you're gonna do.
Motherfucker gonna take a pot and throw it upside your head. Boop, wash that pot up, Moabite.
That's right.
All right, it says back in Revelation 13 and 17, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast, or the number of his name.
Mm-hmm.
It says, here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast. For it is the number of a man, and his number is 666, man.
Which is Chi Psi Stigma.
That's right.
Stigma is something that sticks to you, all right? And the beast is that same, that image, that New World Order image, that same beast of old, all right? The so-called white man system, man.
That's right.
All
Going back to the Roman Empire.
Going back to the Roman Empire, man. All right? So if you bow down to the so-called white man system, which a majority of you people will, damn near 2,000 of our people is already bound down to the so-called white man. That's why the scriptures say don't hand join in hand. All right? So you got ones of our people that's going to be first in line to take that chip, man.
That's right.
You're going to have rappers rapping about having multiple chips and what their chip could do and what your chip can't do.
And take the chip. Yeah, so it's back in Zechariah chapter 11, verse 5.
Now I don't got to open door, my mind do it. Shit like that, you know?
Okay. And they're going to make runs about it, make it seem smooth and
they're
slick.
going to make it seem cool. Just like how they make these songs, no keys, to push start my car and all that. They're going to say that shit. I don't got to open my car with my mind. Belittle niggas and shit, man.
Yeah. Like they got some kind of spiritual power. Yeah. And it's going back, and you guys, I forgot her name, man. Her last name is Porter. Puffy's baby moms got put to death, man. But it was a ritual sacrifice. She was 46.
She was definitely a sacrifice.
She was a sacrifice, man.
Yeah.
Puffy's baby mom, she got 3 kids. He got 3 kids by this woman, and she got 4 kids altogether. She got 1 by Albie Shaw, and 3 kids by Puffy. And she died at the age of 46 of a heart attack or something. That was a ritual sacrifice, you know. You didn't hear about that, bro?
No.
Her name was Porter. Now I'm thinking I forgot her last name was Porter.
I don't know.
So I'm thinking was this bitch related to Rich Porter, the fucking the big time drug dealer in the 80s?
Possibly.
I don't know.
I don't even know the
because he was from Harlem and she's from Harlem and Puffy's from Harlem.
I just know Puffy's a faggot, bro. That's all I know.
Puffy's he's not a fag, he's a homosexual.
Yeah, well,
He's
yeah.
a fucking homosexual.
That nigga's gonna take the chip and he gonna be rapping about it. He's the one that pushed vote or die. He's gonna probably put chip or die, some shit.
He was like, yo, vote or die. And I was like, yo, that shit got me mad. Vote or die. Vote or die. Vote. Who you going? If you don't vote, who gonna kill you? Vote or die. Man, listen, man. Hey, man, the Most High, man, I can't wait to hear that on the news that Puffy, P. Diddy, whatever he want to call himself, is dead of a heart attack or dead in a car accident or dead because his private plane collapsed and shit, man.
Anal cancer.
Anal cancer getting banged in your ass. Anal, yeah, I ain't think about that. That's cool, bro. Anal cancer, man. I ain't think about that one. Anal cancer in your ass, cancer in your throat from sucking cock. Motherfucking faggot.
Hey, Revelations 14:9, brother.
Yeah, come on, man.
There's a judgment for these devils, man.
Revelation chapter 14, verse 9, man. You know, it says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast,
Man or woman.
and his
mankind.
image, to my man means mankind. That's right, man or woman.
You know what I'm talking about? I don't gotta, so my woman could get it? You know, Jake will do some stupid shit like that, man. Some slick shit like that, man.
Jake is
See, they ain't say woman, though.
is the ultimate degenerate, man. These Negroes out here, man, and Hispanics, Native Americans, man, they follow anything, man, that Esau put out there.
Facts.
You know, so I won't be too surprised. That's why I'm not surprised. I'm not shocked that 2/3 of you Negroes, especially Native Americans, is going to take that off of the microchip, man.
And I remember, it was a year ago, L.A. Thun was around with us, and he said it. He said, listen, man, the so-called white man is going to let you know some way or another that this is the mark of the beast, because you have people that could get the sin of ignorance. The white man is going to let you know, like, yeah, so what if it's a beast? You're going to have to take it.
Because there's no cloak for that. You know what I'm saying? Now you know.
Yeah, most of us are going to set it to a point where you people... And they showed that in a movie, too, man. I forgot what movie it was. That the guy was in a brother uploaded it.
Yeah,
it was
1984 movie?
Yeah, something like that.
Old school movie.
Yeah, it was an old school movie.
People getting cut.
Yep, they had the guillotine. They had people in uniforms, and they was telling them, "Listen, this is the chip. Either you're gonna take it or not." And you have people that were getting beheaded for taking the chip.
For not
taking the chip.
See, and that's what's going to happen again. That's why it says in Revelation 22nd chapter that men gonna be beheaded for the word of the Most High and for the testimony of Yahweh Shah, man, because they did not take that chip. And that's the same thing I'm saying we talking about now, because what Esau is doing, so-called white man is doing, he's setting the stage for it to become mandatory. And what they're doing is making it popular. Right now, FEMA, why would FEMA buy 50,000 off of the microchips?
Just to look at it, brother. Brother, just to look at it, bro.
Oh, 55,000. Whether it was 50,000, 55,000, man. But I know it was in the thousands. They bought, they purchased off of the microchips from that company in Sweden.
You know what FEMA is about? FEMA is about staged disasters. So they're gonna stage something and set this shit up, man.
Federal Emergency Management Agency. They ain't fucking gonna be the ones dealing with the damn concentration camp.
And exactly.
Right.
So why would FEMA, a federal agency that manages disasters, purchase 55,000 off of the microchips from a company in Sweden?
Because the people they're gonna put in the damn concentration camps, they're gonna be putting them chips.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And that's letting you know that those that get snatched up and get tossed in that concentration camp, they're gonna be given an ultimatum. Either you take this chip or you see that guillotine, that's your ass.
White man's crafty, man. He might make it a virus, and it's the only way to fix the virus. He's gonna come up with something, man. He's a crafty devil. Scripture says he's more subtle than all the beasts. Out of all the nations, the so-called white man is the craftiest, deceptive devil, man. Hey, but hit that scripture, brother, Baruch Bashar.
It says, this is back in Revelation
14:9.
14:9. It says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast in his image and receive his mark in their foreheads or in their hands.
Or in their hands, or any part of your body, man. It don't gotta be just your right hand.
It could be your left hand.
It could be your left foot. Whatever. As soon as that shit is in your body, you're done, man. You can't take the chip and cut off a limb and call yourself repentant. It's the action. Just like Judas Iscariot, when he betrayed the Lord, he tried to repent. It was the action. All right. So it's that particular action of doing that, man.
And it says, verse 10, the same Israelite shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh, which is poured out without mixture.
That's the missiles, man.
That's right.
All right. That's the missiles. Because if you take that chip, you're not entering the chariot.
It says, enter the cup of his indignation, which is righteous anger, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb.
In the presence of the holy angels and the Lamb, man. So go ahead, brother.
Now, I would say, because what's going to happen is those that's being beamed up in them chariots who did not take that off of the microchip, they're going to witness the destruction of those who did, man. And those that's in them chariots, they're going to be in the presence of Yahweh Shah and the holy angels. And so the 1/3 and whether the men that got beamed up and the angels and Yahweh Shah is going to be holding the destruction of the wicked that have taken that chip through the chariot, man. You know, and the windows in the chariots, we're going to see the destruction. So that's straight to the point and simple, man, to understand, if you could receive it. You know, so it says, anyway, that was it right there, bro. It says, right, verse 11, and the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever, and they had no rest day nor night, who worshiped the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth his mark, the mark of his name. You know, and that's straight to the point, man. It's not talking about, you know, that you're in hell, you can be tormented day and night. That's gonna be America. It's gonna be burning for a certain period of time, man, before the fire is diminished and this place become a total desert, man. But at that time, when the missiles hit, those that get caught up in them and that destruction, they're gonna burn for I'm saying they're gonna be disintegrated, man. So it's allegories and it's an allegory and it's symbolic. It's symbolism. It's dealing with symbolism, man. You're not gonna be in a hell where you burn it forever and ever. Once you get destroyed through that nuclear fire, your spirit goes back to the Heavenly Father, man, and your body being disintegrated, man, from that fire. So it's not gonna be an everlasting judgment. You're gonna be dead, and America's gonna be burning for a certain period of time before the fire diminishes and this land be as a witness of not to do wickedness, man. This is what happens when you do wickedness, and it's gonna be uninhabited, man. And the only thing that's gonna inhabit this earth is America's gonna be doleful creatures, man. You know, so that's it. So you know.
You got it, brother.
So you got anything to say, Yazan?
Nah, I mean, that's it.
Man, so, hey, man, you know, the time is coming where the Most High is going to begin to make Esau, you know, put the spirit on Esau to show his horns, man. Esau right now is shaving his horns down, man. Somewhat so. He's not shaving it down fully like he used to do. Now he's shaving it down, whereas it's not being pointy. But soon, them horns gonna grow, and he's not gonna shave them down no more, man. And the Most High's gonna allow him to do what he gotta do, which to bring hell upon you Negroes and Spanish Native Americans that's joined under Esau. Right now, next week is the day of thievery. Then after that, right after that, is the worship of Yule or Christmas, or the worship of Tammuz, and after that the Babylonian High Holy Day, which is the Babylonian New Year's, and then
you start a new year in the dead of winter, bro.
That's that Babylonian bullshit, man.
Fucking devil, man.
So that's all paganism. How you gonna start a new year in the dead of winter? Do not the new year start in the spring? When the
life is coming back into the earth.
It does.
when the trees is bringing forth the bud of the earth, and the grass is growing, and the flowers are blooming.
So women don't deal with the scriptures.
Yeah, man, but we gonna close it out with that, man. There, Abaratazar Akim was edified, man. A little quick lesson in transit coming back from camp. The Lord willing, next week we do the same thing, man. If the Lord permits. Lord willing, man. Abaratazar. And with that, we gonna give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rakak Wadash, and double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Hey, salutations you Akim out there that's sincere and was listening with sincerity and that's pushing his word, man. Hey, shalom.
Shalom.